The passion runs deep here in Norman, Oklahoma, or as they say, sooner born and sooner bred, and when I die, I'll be sooner dead. Welcome to Oklahoma and the home of the Sooners. There's just something about the nightcap. After a day of wall-to-wall football, it just seems this is when chaos ensues. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Offense getting set for first down. Going with the ground game left. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Well, it's plays like that that will help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. The option look. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up. He's looking to throw. Got him downfield. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. And this passing game has him calling Boomer and answering Sooner again.
And they're starting to get this crowd jacked up and this crowd riled up. And listen, they love their team. And, dude, think about all the success Oklahoma has had over the years. Different cast of characters. But one thing they always have, offensive success.
The Sooners are flying down the field. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the pitch. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. With the catch, it's Ford. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Quick release on the RPO. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
There's a reason third down is called the money man. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
And the Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. There to stop him after a pickup of 3. It's down to the 15.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He'll try the left side. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The Sooners line it up with a 1st and goal. It's complete to the left. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Takes the handoff. It's Brewer. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Dumps it to the back. Catch in the middle. It's Brewer. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Now on first down from the 30. Handoff to the single back. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. The play action fake. On the move, he fires. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
You know, it's difficult for QB sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Big 3rd down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on 3rd down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
The completion short of the sticks. It's 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
A lot of times when you think about speed back, speed, you think on the edge. You don't think in between the tackles. You don't think about breaking tackles. They try to break your ankles. The problem is when you're trying to run there as fast as you possibly can, a lot of times you don't get to put a good hit on him. And in turn, you see he breaks tackles and makes big plays.
That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. As the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And the ball is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around. So
the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown Sooners. Reeled it in and just made the house call.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he made the extra point without problem. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Smashes ahead. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. The give to the back. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free. And fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. They'll put that return to a stop at the 30. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. They'll start this drive with an end around. Powers through. And more yards after contact. Hit the afterburners, kid. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Oklahoma. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Pittsburgh looked like a bunch of world beaters today in a stern-to-stem beatdown. I think a lot of people forget this program won 5 national titles last century. A rich tradition and a sparkling performance today. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. Plays like that, he's fitting in with the Aggie legends, Christian Kirk and Mike Evans.
And that's when you've seen them just high-flying, fun, tempo, making plays down the field. Having those go-to guys, those A&M offenses were always fun to watch.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Coming after it. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
And and sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
On third down, he drops to throw. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Sack in the second ball game. That will not be his last sack of the season. This dude is a ball player.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. How about this?
How about that? Boom. I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work, trying to get to it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. And a quick shuffle pass underneath.
In football, you hear the term hurt, but don't hurt. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Tough call to make here. 3rd and 10 from inside your own 5. You just can't afford a mistake. From the gun, wants to pass. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down after the rare drop from this dude.
Man, these slant routes you throw quick. It's a timing route. You throw 3 million of them to the wide receiver, and most of the time gets his hands up and he catches it, keeps his body in the way. But right there, just lack of focus, lack of concentration, just drops the easy play. He's probably caught that ball 99% of the time it's been thrown to him.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game, and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He makes the connection. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, and still short of the first down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
The aerial assault continues. Picked off. Bringing it back. He's at the 40. The 20. Inside the 10. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown Sooner. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, and making big plays.
He'll call for the fair catch here. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards, but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They go to the ground. Whoa, ball's out! Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. The Aggies getting set on 1st and 10. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Ventura. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. Texas A&M going up tempo.
Gain of 32. And that's a first down for the offense.
This time they'll go to the running game. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Working that left side. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Laundry down on the field as the pass is incomplete, but let's see what the penalty is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Aggies have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. From the gun, he'll try to throw. This time it's complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
He's got his man. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. About to have the 9th snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal. They'll run the option.
But after getting stuffed on that run, you now got 4th down. I'm not into chasing points this early in the game. I think you just take the field goal, you try to pay this drive off and this opportunity to put something on the field.
Well, and nowadays you have these analytical cards, and the coaches, they literally look at every situation. Is it more advantageous to go for it or kick it? That's how they'll make this decision.
So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
They'll go 5 wide on 2nd and 8. Quarterback will audible. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Now improvising. He chucks one out to the right. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
Well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're not even done the first half.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He wants to throw. He'll take another shot here. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They're trying to seal the edge off right tackle. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Sooners will kick it away to crank up the second half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Huge deficit to start this 3rd quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah.
He'll take the deep shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play, and the wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Got room at the 35. And he's running in the open. Running inside the 20. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. The Aggies will hustle to the line.
Texas A&M.
Trying to bully their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point cuts into the lead just a touch, 35-10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. App State came away with the victory today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in Boone had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. The circle of life in college football. where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Looking to go up top on first down. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Touch pass on the right. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He's moving out of the pocket. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Well, this is a quarterback who's not known for his running ability, obviously. We've seen him make some great throws, but mobility, that's probably not on your bingo card. You saw it right there. He gets brought down for the sack.
And the Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
They're bringing heat. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Pressure, and the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. The defense snatches it, and they're going the other way. Speeding down the left side. He's at the 10. Touchdown Sooners. The defense with the scoop and score.
And I love the way they break on the football, swarm to the football. This is why you do it, because sometimes the ball comes out, the linebacker picks it up, and tell you what, the big fella shows some speed, takes it all the way back for 6.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. They're out there to kick it off. The return team must rivet that ball to their rib cage. Can't afford another turnover. Fair catch, called for and made. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Brewer. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Zings it complete to the right.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
On the move, it's Brewer. He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That's reeled in. It's Brewer. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle, set him up for it.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the ball is loose on the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play.
I had my helmet unstrapped. I was ready to watch some game film on the sidelines, and now I got to put my helmet back on and get right back out there.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
And he's got it! Touchdown, Aggies! What a grab and what a quick strike for that offense.
And when I'm an offensive coordinator and I see a short field, I'm thinking attack, attack, attack. Go get that touchdown. Take advantage of what the defense gave you. Great job by the offensive coordinator.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, and knocked it right down the middle. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Number 43, set to advance on the field.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Lets it fly. And they won't make the connection. Looking to make a big play there.
Great job by the DB covering deep. Listen, you always say deep to shallow, deep to shallow. Don't give up the big play. Great job by the DBs, seeing the football, going and breaking on it, and make sure the wide receiver doesn't make a big play.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Buys a little time. Got out of trouble and throws. Misses receiver there. It's incomplete.
That's a good example of a good pass rush affecting the quarterback's rhythm. He wasn't able to just take his steps and throw with his feet underneath him on balance. He was forced to move, forced to escape the pocket, and right away everything fell apart with the accuracy and obviously not on the same page with his wife.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Scrambling away. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. The Sooners line up to punt it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. And no shot at a return here as the punt goes out of bounds. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Going up top on 1st down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
On the play. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Oklahoma 42, Texas A&M 17.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long. That's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock...
Oh, he wants it all. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. Got some room to run. And a tremendous return will be stopped at the 28-yard line.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few 1st downs, and I'm in scoring position.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Goes to the option. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Well, they're trying to go option, but the linebacker shows his open field tackling ability and also his recognition. He expected the quarterback to keep it, went after him, was able to make the tackle for loss.
3rd play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. Quarterback adapting. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And he missed it. No good. Well, they missed the field goal. That's about the only thing that hasn't gone their way in this one. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. He's going to pass. Makes the grab. It's Brewer. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Texas A&M going quickly.
Brings up 2nd down.
Yankee blue! Yankee blue!
Give to the back. Drag down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
I love when players understand situations, and they understand where the first down marker is, and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs.
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And it's caught. Touchdown, Aggie.
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense, is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
And he makes the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. UTSA delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in the American. Trust me when I say the party is on in San Antonio. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Off play action on first down. Buys a little time with his feet. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. A third and long coming up here. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
How about that? You don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short flip that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that edge. Nice job by the defense.
The Sooners will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. They'll throw it on first down. Going for the big play. Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge gain. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
That's a first down for the offense.
This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Starting to feel a little pressure. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. The sudden change on the turnover, man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. Kept it on the ground on first down. See if they stick with that plan on second. He's looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. On the option. Now the pitch. At the 45, on its way. Oh, and after the big gain, the ball's loose. Oh, looks like the offense was able to recover it.
You know, these running backs have to keep 5 points of pressure on the ball, especially against this defense that prides themselves on creating takeaways, and the offense, real lucky they jumped on that one.
And the Sooners will have it 1st and 10. They'll run the option. Low man wins, and look at that toughness, just running through everybody. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And that is another first down for the offense.
Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes on.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.